there, Maple Grove families. In this week's Maple Grove Minute, we'll have an opportunity to hear from our current PTO president. One of my philosophies as principal is to be able to say yes whenever possible. And thanks to our amazing parent-teacher organization and you as families, we've been able to say yes a lot more lately. In the past year, our Maple Grove Elementary PTO has contributed financially to the following: brand new, top-of-the-line, goal-setter, adjustable basketball hoops. Concrete flooring for our once very muddy Gaga Ball pit. A natural playscape playground that all of our students enjoy. Leveled text for each of our classrooms. And even $12,000 for the enhancement of our classroom libraries. None of this would be possible without our magnificent PTO. However, you all know our elementary school boundaries are changing beginning the 22-23 school year, and we're hoping to be proactive in replacing many of the current PTO chairs who will be moved due to the new boundary. We also hope to support Sugar Creek Elementary as neighbors in what will be another outstanding elementary school here in the Waukee Community School District. All right, as mentioned, I'm here with Sarah Infante, our current PTO president and fundraiser of well over $250,000 over the last 4 years here for Maple Grove Elementary. Sarah, how many years have you been here? What grades are your kids in?
So Sadie's in 5th grade, so I've been here 6 years, and then I also have Eli, and he's in 1st grade, but he did 3- and 4-year-old preschool here as well, so I've been here quite a few years.
Awesome. We have quite a connection with your family, and we love that for sure. Sarah, tell us what you love most about Maple Grove Elementary.
Well, I love the teachers and the staff, of course, and then I guess this is part of the PTO, but I just love being involved, so I know a lot about what my kids are doing throughout the day and having a connection to the school.
Absolutely, and that has created quite a bit of a connection for you among our entire staff. So not just your own children's teachers, but related arts teachers, and just that connection as a whole to what your kids are experiencing here at Maple Grove.
Right.
Good. Well, there's a big transition coming up. If you haven't heard, Sugar Creek Elementary opens in the 22-23 school year. And with that comes the loss of several students from this building, Maple Grove Elementary, to Sugar Creek. With that being said, it's unfortunate that we're going to lose 14 of 16 of our current facilitators of each of those action teams that help facilitate and run our PTO. Sarah, can you talk a little bit about that and what your hope is in this transition this year and next as we prepare for the fall of 22-23?
Sure. So during quarantine, I guess I went through in every event, I kind of laid out the person who's currently the chairman and then potentially a person who's staying at Maple Grove, because like Mrs. Tierney said, most of us are going to Sugar Creek. So ideally, we would like to have one person that's going to Sugar Creek and one person that's staying at Maple Grove. And during the next 2 years, or maybe just 1 year, depending on if we get to have those activities this year, we can co-chair those and learn together. And then as we split, we'll have both schools in a good situation for their PTO.
That's awesome.
Sorry.
That's awesome. No, I think that's a really good plan. And ultimately this year, if you haven't been part of PTO but you're considering it, and especially if you live within what will continue to be the Maple Grove boundary, we encourage you greatly to become part of our PTO this year, just to be able to observe. And then next year you can be those co-chairs. We'll also be looking for a co-president next year as well alongside Sarah, because ultimately we want Maple Grove to function and run as it has the past several years, and that's been possible because of our incredible PTO. And so this is as good a time as ever to jump in and support our Maple Grove PTO as we transition also to Sugar Creek Elementary. Additionally, a lot of questions occur regarding what happens for Sugar Creek. So am I going to be involved next year in Maple Grove and raise money potentially for Maple Grove Elementary? and then it's all gonna stay at Maple Grove. At that point, we'll make a decision about a transition where we can effectively support both elementaries. So we'll take both boundaries and we'll come up with a contribution level also to Sugar Creek so that they can start with money within their PTO funding stream. So there will be a win-win opportunity in which all of our elementaries that within the Waukee Community School District are connected. We want the best for them, and that's what we'll continue to do as we transition to yet another elementary in this district. Sarah, are there any final words or any final words of encouragement you could share with people that are considering joining PTO or have considered in the past, oh, I'm just too busy, or they've taken care of it, or any other excuse they have? Is there any encouragement you could give them?
Yeah, I think when I started attending the meetings when Sadie was in kindergarten, I was afraid to commit to a committee, thinking I might overcommit and it would be too time consuming. And I think there's a place for everyone. Certainly if you just have 2 hours, we can find a use for you, or 20 hours, whatever. We can always use the help. And then I know some people volunteer for other organizations like food pantries or animal shelters or whatever, so I obviously spend a lot of time, but I view it as my volunteer organization. So some corporations give time for that as well, so a school is a good place to use it. And I also think if there's a certain event that you're really interested in, like the book fair, we have a need for a book fair person, and or the raffle or bingo for books. There's pretty much every committee, there's a hole right now. So if there's a certain event that you really like, you can take it on, you can kind of make it your own as the years go by. And if you're interested, our next meeting is Monday. It's via Zoom, and there's a link on our Facebook, the Maple Grove PTO Facebook page. And also you can email or write us on Facebook, and we're happy to put your name down.
So October 19th is that next meeting. What time?
6 p.m.
6 o'clock p.m. October 19th is the next meeting. We encourage you to show up. We can provide a little bit more information regarding the various roles and contributions to PTO. We'd love to see your involvement, and we appreciate, as always, you sharing your children with us. Thank you so much.